Hello everybody, this is Enemy here. Today I'm presenting you Distrem v2, which is the second version of Distrem, and this time it'll be for time remapping. So what is Distrem v2? It's basically your normal time remapping that you can do using twixtor, but with the feature that it takes out the warped frames. So for all of you users who use normal time remapping, this will work for you too. You just have to use the plugin instead of the normal time remapping function. So what you want to do is you just want to import a clip, then drag this into a new composition. This clip here is 59.94 FPS, so make sure that the comp is the same frame rate, which it is. Then you want to go to your Effects and Presets tab and find Distrem v2. Here you can see the add-on. This is number 1 and this is number 2. This one here is for the speed and this one here is for the time remapping function. So just drag this onto the clip. And what you will see is that the frame freezes at the first frame of the clip. So you can just scrub through this here and see it'll always be the first frame. So what you need to do in order to get started is you go to your Effects tab here on the clip, go down to Enemy Twixtor, go to the drop down menu here, Output Control, and then go to the frame number. Then just time remap. This here is basically your normal time remapping function. So just go to the first frame, and here it should be at 0 because this is where the clip starts. Then you can check how long the clip is. This clip is roughly about 20 seconds long. Let's just say it's 20 seconds long, or maybe the actual clip ends after 15 seconds. So just multiply 15 by 60 and then go to the end of the clip here, or well, maybe a bit before that, like over here, and then type in 15 seconds. 15 seconds multiplied by 60 for FPS. Well, you can also go for 59.94, but that isn't going to change anything too badly. So you can see now we've got the clip. You can scrub through this here, and yeah, what you can do right now is you can actually start syncing right here. So for example, let's just go after he throws this thing. Maybe just like over here. I'm not going to do real good twixtor right now. I'm just going to show you what is possible with this. So let's just go over here and then let's stretch this out. I accidentally clicked on the A button, which makes me go to the anchor controls. But nevertheless, you can see here that what it does is it'll automatically smooth this part here out. And as you can see here, we have got a tiny bit of warp because this is not really a good place to twixtor, as some editors may know. This here should probably be better, this short part here. So just drag this out again. So how are you able to sync using this? You just basically, for example, if you have a beat down here, if you have a bumper in the beat down here, you just want to go to the exact keyframe where he shots, well, to the exact spot, and then you want to position the keyframe there and drag it over to the spot where he shoots. So if some of you are not familiar with time remapping, I suggest you just go take a look at some tutorials. I will probably be doing a tutorial too. Here you can see, for example, I'll just twixtor this here. This here should work. Yeah, you can see some normal warp here, but it's just a tiny bit. It's just pretty average. So what happens if we just stretch it by a little bit? Well, if we just stretch it by a little bit, it's not going to create this warp because it has the the anti-warp function enabled, which is basically sitting in the code in here. Let's just take a look at it real quick. So this is the code in here. This is just part of the code. There's actually like 4 sections of it, and it took me about, I think, 3 hours to get it working after it had been my 4th attempt of writing it for time remapping, since I actually had to do something all new. So yeah, the other function are as usual. You have the 59.94 FPS slider here. this is probably even going to work on this spot here. Let's just turn this up all the way, and as you can see, if we go over 80, if we go over 85, you can see that it starts warping in here since we set a high smoothness. So I suggest you just keep this always at like 64 to 70, and if you're doing wrap, you can even go down to 50, because when you're doing wrap, you're pretty likely to have a lot of RSMB in there, have a high amount of RSMB on your edit, so that will compensate it. So as you can see here, if we go to 50, which will make it look a little bit less smooth than than for example 70, you can see that it also automatically suggests to put on 0.5 on the RSMB value. So we'll just go ahead and take RSMB, drop that onto the clip, and it automatically sets it to 0.50 by default, so that is about fine. And as you can see here, we will have a decent amount of RSMB on it. But if we go, for example, to about 75, which I do actually recommend for DMB edits, you just want to go to, what does it recommend? 0.25. And this is a pretty good value, because it isn't too much RSMB, but it doesn't look like there's none at all. So I suggest always using this RSMB recommended value as well. And yeah, that is pretty much about it. If you have a question, and if you've bought the plugin, yes, normally you should buy this plugin. It's just going to be €1. Just make sure to message me on Skype. My Skype name will be in this video's description, or will be included in the txt file of your plugin. Yeah, thanks for watching, and bye.